Training camp opens up. We all know. Wednesday, they're going to be on the field. Top storylines right now, out of the gate. Let's go with them. I want to start with Stefon Diggs.
Okay. All right. So I think what we all have kind of heard recently was that he's not on PUP, which is always a good sign, which tells me that he's healthy. There's no restrictions. There's no issues. Past his physical. Or who knows? Maybe they change it by the time Wednesday comes around. But I think this is hugely important because what you get with Diggs, if you take out last year, you get a 1,000-yard receiver, you get 100+ receptions, and you got a legit #1 threat. Like legit, not we'll wait and see what happens. If you're assuming that he's healthy and there's no limitations, and you are hoping that this guy can really be the focal point of that offense.
This is the first big story of Patriots training camp, so people understand. They had all their rehabilitating players come in on Saturday, and they have to go through a physical. And that's why Mac Hollins, a wide receiver, ended up on the physically unable to perform list. It's why Carlton Davis, starting cornerback, ended up on the non-football injury list. Stefon Diggs wasn't on any of those lists. What does that tell you? He has made great progress coming back from the torn ACL ahead of schedule.
Mentally, where's his head at?
Yeah, well, I would say based on what happened during the offseason and how he was reprimanded, and if anyone knows Vrabel, I'm sure like that was a really good tongue lashing as far as what's expected of you and how you need to hold yourself accountable, and you represent all of us when you're outside this facility. I'm sure he learned his lesson. I don't think you're having any issues with that.
And I think that's a fair question, Steve, that we have to watch over the course of the year, because if Stefon Diggs isn't getting the ball from Drake Maye, where is his head at on a week-to-week basis? And I think that's a good question that you bring up.
You mentioned Vrabel.
Yeah.
Putting his stamp down. Now it's his team.
Yep.
How does he react?
Well, I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, and we all watch and listen to everything. I think everything that he's saying is making sense. First of all, that's the first thing. He is making sense. There's no question mark at the end of his statements. I mean, he's encouraging the media. He's encouraging, everybody in the facility. And he's creating an expectation and a standard that I think he can back up. I think he can back up, because I think the one thing that always drove me crazy, regardless if it was Joe Gibbs or Dennis Erickson, if I didn't trust and believe you had a clue what you were talking about, as a vet, I'm turning it off.
Doubt sets in.
And here's what I'm thinking, guys. All right, Wednesday, first practice. Fans can come. It's free. They're going to be they want. What are you going to see? Well, we got a chance to watch a little bit of the spring practice. You're going to see a coach that's going to have the music up. He's going to be buzzing all around the field. He's going to put on a blocking pad, and he's going to get in the drill and hit the other players, Steve. Hit them, Chris.
Yeah.
See what I'm doing here?
Lock it out. Lock your elbow out.
So and effort and finish. Those are the two words I keep coming back to, because you watch them practice under him, and he demands that from his players.
Weren't you saying the same thing last year about
No, I don't know if he was.
Weren't you saying the same thing last year?
I think it was a little...
hit me last year.
I did hit you last year.
There was a
good job in the off-season program. That was a good thrust. You got me off my spot.
Let's go defensive coordinator.
Yes, Terrell Williams.
Yeah,
because he hasn't been here.
Yes, I will lead off on this one. So I think a big question naturally is he here right now? Go back to what Mike Vrabel said in June when I asked him, what is the status of Terrell Williams? He said he's expected back soon. We're excited and look forward to that. So to me, that was Mike Vrabel hinting that they were targeting training camp for Terrell Williams to be back. We'll wait and see. We'll be down there Tuesday, Steve, and I expect more clarity on that. But I'd almost, at this point, I'd be more surprised if he's not part of it in some
Which leads me to the defense, Christian, because you have them all world. Well, go ahead.
But I tell you what, listen, you guys know I don't just easily give out praise, right? But I'm going to admit I'm a little bullish on this defense, because I see things that I kind of appreciate, and I look at every single level from the inside out to the short to deep. We look at their interior defensive linemen, their outside edge rushers, their two inside linebackers, their two cornerbacks, Davis and Gonzalez, and then their two safeties, and Duggar and Peppers. I just feel like they really have good, strong leadership with a lot of experience and guys who need to play up to their potential with better coaching.
In the office. You said two of the best.
I think, what did I say? We rephrased that after I was a little bit overzealous.
You said two of the best.
Two of the best cornerbacks. I think Gonzalez is a top 5 now. We'll see what Davis is. Safeties, as far as respectability.
Two of the best?
I would say they're in as far as run stopping, they're two of the best.
Edge rushers, two of the best?
Keon White, I think, is going to have an unbelievable year. No, not those guys, but your interior, Barmore and Williams, could be two of the best. Your linebackers, solid. Listen, I think they're going to give a lot of people problems.
Mike?
So here's what I would I like what they have at the top of the defense, Steve, but I think inevitably there's going to be injuries, and that would be my concern for the Patriots. The depth, the drop-off.
That's a different question. We're not talking about depth. Nobody mentioned
Who needs depth in football?
Well, let's have a depth conversation.
Everyone will be healthy all year.
All right, let's go over this camp schedule because I do want to give the public a rundown of what's going to take place. Camp starts Wednesday, and if you're headed down, gates open at 9:15 each morning. Practice starts at 10:15 Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday to 10 o'clock start on Friday. Wednesday is also Pet Adoption Day. 3 different shelters will be on site with dogs available to adopt. No practice next Sunday.